Hello, my name is Thijs biersteker. I'm an ecological artist, and I work together with scientists and researchers from all over the world to turn their environmental facts into interactive art installations. Because I believe something really simple, that if the research does not reach us, then how can the research teach us? And we need to be taught about biodiversity, about all the issues in the world that are threatening our planet, in a way that talks to our emotions and not only to our factual side. The works we make here in the studio are made out of frustration. Frustration that there isn't enough science communication about the important issues of our time. And a lot of the times these issues that we're facing are really clear in the data, are really clear in the science, but it's hard to imagine. And I believe that art can help us do that. Because art, it can make these big, complex issues small and relatable again. And in doing so, it doesn't only touch our heart, but it can help us understand the bigger picture again. And I think that's what's needed. We've been working together with UNESCO and LVMH on the deforestation data in the Amazon for a few years. And using that data, we brought it alive through these interactive art pieces like Wither. But I wasn't in the rainforest. I was only looking at the data. So we went on a mission together with the UNESCO MIB team, and we went there with the scientists. And I was there as a little kid, pointing out what's this, what's that. And I could actually experience what it was to be in the rainforest in the Amazon for the first time. And the thing that I couldn't imagine is the scale of loss, but also the transition. So if you move from an area where you're encapsulated in the jungle and you walk there in the rainforest and suddenly, like that, there's no more trees. You're in an empty, deforested area that has been burned down. Like that, especially that feeling is something that I could not have imagined while looking at the data, but it's something I want to have people experience. So what I built is Amazonium. So together with my team, we made a sculpture that can move up and down based on the deforestation. One time you're in this soundscape, in this immersive space between all these beautiful fabrics, and they are encapsulating you as if you were there in the jungle. And the next time it will just fall down, giving you that exact feeling between what's a healthy forest and what's a deforested forest. This artwork can also show reforestation, show how the rainforest is coming back if you only protect it. A symbiotic relationship found in nature is the most powerful one. And in this collaboration between LVMH, UNESCO and our woven studio, it was exactly that. So we used the data coming from UNESCO to power the sculpture, to make it go up and down, showing the deforestation and reforestation. And we do this by these beautiful fabrics that we got from the leftovers from LVMH that are encapsulating you. And it does not only perfectly shows you the message of the artwork, it also gives you an idea of what can be used with leftover recyclable elements. Because that's really important. If we want to make and we want to works and we want to talk about these issues, we need to consider every step we make. From having leftover fabrics, to using recyclable steels, to using rubbers coming from the Amazon, to using the data that has been captured over the years. The data is clear. The data is really clear what is happening to our planet, what's happening to our biodiversity right now, and how we can get out of it. Scientists have been harvesting data for years and finding conclusions. For me, as an artist, it's really important to use that data to drive my sculptures, to bring this data to a way that I can relate to it again and that everybody can relate to it again. So that's why I think data coming from these institutions is the most powerful soil to grow artworks on, because that's the moment you can bridge the gap between science and art, where you can bring science back into culture to a place where it belongs. Art has always had a communicational value, from the first paintings, cave paintings, to the moment that we're in now. It is there to communicate values. It's there to communicate our relationship to other things and our planet. for the last 50 years, scientists have been alone with the climate data. And I think that bridge should be kept. So if I'm looking into the future with us, with our studio, what we're working in is not only making these impactful art installations, but also stepping into the field of educational and trying to help institutions to breach the gap between the science that they have and the urgency that they feel and the lack of audience that they deserve, that they get.